Well, ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back if you are a subscriber. I am continuing my motorcycle journey. I think I have 7 or 8 motorcycles right now, and piece by piece just working through all of them. This morning I did pick up the GSXR, and it runs. It has no more oil leak. And my mechanic said basically when I installed the gasket, I didn't do it properly, and therefore that's why it was leaking oil. But he did agree with me that it is an absolute pain in the rear to get to it, to work on it, and etc. I did not ride the motorcycle back to my house. I rode the Kawasaki. This one I was like it's missing a headlight, it's missing some fairings. I don't want to risk it. But I will be honest, very stressful trailer ride back. The rear strap somehow came off twice. I ended up putting additional straps, and it was a tough. I almost thought like I should have rode the bike. Anyways, it is here, and this is the bike that I'm starting the video with. So welcome, consider subscribing. Let's get this party started. So first things first, we need to add some coolant to the tank because there is very little coolant or no coolant at all. The other thing is I want to top off the engine oil. That is not Suzuki oil, but that is Yamaha full synthetic high performance oil, 15 or 10W40 or 15, basically what this bike needs. So I will top off the fluids, and then actually I will probably grab my camera and take it down the road, make sure it shifts good, make sure it runs with no issues. If it does, then I will start focusing on buying up the headlight, and I should have the old one somewhere, and then figure something out with these plastics, the fairings on this bike, and get a game plan going, if you will. My mirrors are whack. Literally whack. And these are really interesting mirrors. And I'm not trying to go far, just want to make sure it's all good mechanically, if you will. Tell you what, guys, I do feel very sketched out riding this thing. One, because I'm riding like a squid, shorts and a t-shirt, and two, I understand the kind of power that this bike has, and I'm okay with cruisers and whatnot. It's been a long time since I've been on a bike like this. Sounds great though. It's really weird to me on this bike is the aftermarket like handlebar. Okay, we just went into our safe mode. Okay, so I'll have to explain that to you guys, what's happening with this whole safe mode on the bike. It's always awkward when you kind of break down in front of people just chilling there, trying to enjoy their life. Okay, so I'm gonna put in gear. Okay, so I don't know if the camera will catch this, but I have the bike in dealer mode. We have 1 wire, 2 wire, and I pull
apologize if the angle doesn't show you, but once I get back to the house I will show you guys what's happening. But I'm going to try to get as close to the house as I can. And there we go, we died again. Look at that. So, and see, it won't let me start it at all. Okay, so we have to do that again. Okay.
Several days later.
It has been a few days, and video started and then it got so messy and I had to put the camera down, and anyways, here we are. Here is the GSXR. It is more or less complete. Had to do quite a bit on this bike in order to get it to kind of where you guys see it. I don't know how much I have mentioned prior, but it did go to my mechanic. He got the oil gasket done, and then I had Nick come over yesterday. I struggled with a whole bunch of random nonsense with this bike, but oh, the key's inside. But now it starts, it runs, it goes through all the gears. Obviously it's missing plastics, especially on this side, and then it'll need a new headlight because it has a few broken tabs on it. But aside from that, it is ready to go. I did buy and install a new seat. So for my purposes, this is all that I am going to do with this bike as of right now. I did list it for sale. It is listed for $29.50, and it's a 06 GSXR with, I think, 17,500 roughly. I think it's a beautiful bike. A lot of aftermarket parts on this thing. I almost want to keep it, but obviously I'm not in it to keep stuff. If I get full price for this bike at $29.50, then I will essentially double my money as it sits, because I'm roughly 1,400 bucks in it. So making progress on all of the motorcycles I have, and again, the goal is to kind of maximize getting rid of some stuff, because summer is coming to an end and I don't want to lose time.
Several days later.
GSXR has been sold. It is a new day. It was sold a few hours ago. So in the video when the bike was stalling out, it's because of the kickstand switch. So had that fixed. The bike ran with no issues. I listed it for $29.50. My phone was blowing up nonstop. I think it took, well, less than 2 days to sell it. From the time I listed it for sale to sale, it was probably like 36 hours, less than 2 days. I had literally around 60 people reach out about that bike, and I had gaming PC offers, Civics, Chevys, Jetta, I mean, just a whole bunch of random stuff, cash offers and etc. And had two guys show up, gave me $2,900 cash, loaded it up in their truck, and they left. Unfortunately, I didn't really get to ride it that much. It's a fast bike and it is very loud. The guy, when he went on the test ride, I could literally hear him from like 8 blocks away. I mean, that bike is loud. But it's gone, it's sold, and I am now finishing up this one. Yesterday I received the title for this bike, so that means I can officially list it and sell it. Nick did his ignition magic, and then I realized that this ignition is not from this bike, so I had to make do. It doesn't look pretty, it still wobbles a little bit. It is what it is, I'm going to leave it like that. But this bike runs. I am going to start it, let it warm up, and then I plan on going on my first ride on this thing.
A few minutes later.
So what can I honestly tell you? I can honestly tell you I don't like it. So here's the first reason. When this kickstand goes up, it sits like right here. Really poor design. So you have a lot going on with your foot here. It's not that terrible when you ride it, but putting the kickstand down, it's like right here. Like gear, kickstand, and then the footrest. The other thing is this brake is too high up. I mean, it could be that it's a little bent, but my other bike that I parted out, it was in the same position. So it's almost like, can two of them be like this or no? But I'll try to maybe bend it out a little bit. Then it feels top heavy, if that makes sense. Like the steering is okay, and then you kind of lean, and top heavy is the best way I could probably describe it. It's not like easy, free flowing. Like the GSXR, very easy to ride, very free flowing. And GSXR has a bigger engine. I mean, but the design is so different. Even the Kawasaki KLR 650, easy to ride. I can't say it's top heavy, like balanced bike. This, it doesn't feel very good. I mean, I could be picky because I've tried so many different bikes, but ugh. That's a hard one to love, to be honest. Very hard to love. And I'm gonna clean it up. I don't know. Maybe I'll photograph it right now. Just list it cheap. See if I could get rid of it and move on to something else.
Several days later.
Final thoughts. GSXR's gone. Yay for that one. This video focused on 2 bikes, the Ninja and the GSXR. GSXR's gone. Ninja I still have. I feel like I maybe even missed an opportunity, but I knew. I bought it towards the end of summer. I knew that I might miss the opportunity to sell it in the summer. I still have it listed. I listed it for $1,600, which honestly for a running bike with nice aftermarket dual exhaust is, in my opinion, pretty darn good. But obviously we have a potential of snow and etc. So I wouldn't be surprised if I still have the Ninja until next summer. But I don't like that bike. You guys just heard me say that I don't like the bike. And I don't think it's anything necessarily wrong with the bike. I've had plenty of bikes where I was like, look, this just isn't for me. I'm a big guy, I'm tall, I weigh 200 pounds. So that's a small bike. I don't feel very comfortable on it. I don't like the way that they feel, the way that they handle. We could even do a simple comparison with a car. Some people like trucks, some like SUVs, some like sports cars, and etc. Same thing with bikes. There's so many different bikes and different riding positions, the way they feel, and etc. That bike is not for me. With that being said, it's a really good entry bike, and it does have a lot of pluses. The exhaust sounds good. It has pretty good sounding like pops, burbles, and etc. It's actually pretty quick, but a lot of bikes, even like a 250 Ninja, once you go above 6, 7, 8,000 RPM, they feel alive. They feel pretty good because you're sitting essentially on a frame and an engine with some additional weight. So I am sure that whoever buys it will enjoy it. It's not a bike that I would ride. Like if I have a choice, I would probably choose something else. But I do have a garage filled with bikes right now. I don't even know how many bikes I have inside the garage. There's a whole bunch of them and a bunch of part outs and etc. But I want to say thank you for watching. Let me know what you guys think. I feel like this video was somewhat unorganized and GSXR was sold not complete. The Ninja is complete, but it didn't sell. So it's not like what I expected. I did want to complete the GSXR. I didn't, and it sold. Anyways, just drop your comments. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Let me know what your favorite bike is, if you do ride, if you enjoy bikes. What do you enjoy? Maybe I'll pick it up next summer and maybe I'll enjoy it, get to experience it. But for now, I want to say thank you. I want to say consider subscribing. Really appreciate you guys, and I'll see you in another video.